So today we're diving into a topic that's been affecting all of us, no matter where we live or what we do. Inflation is out of control and prices seem to be rising on everything. But what's shocking is how many things people are now giving up because they've simply become too expensive. Things we once considered essential or even just a luxury are now out of reach for many people. So in today's video, we'll talk about the 15 things that have gotten so expensive that people are starting to rethink their entire lifestyle. From everyday essentials to those things we once splurged on, it's all shifting. Before we get started though, do me a favor. If you're finding this video helpful or interesting, hit that subscribe button. It really helps us out. And trust me, we've got a lot more eye-opening videos coming your way that you won't want to miss. So go ahead and subscribe, because it really means a lot to us. Let's get into it. Cue transition to the list. 1. Housing. Housing prices have skyrocketed in recent years, and it's one of the biggest expenses for most families. Whether you're renting or buying, it's harder than ever to find affordable places to live. Why it's becoming too expensive? The pandemic created housing shortages as people moved to less densely populated areas. This pushed up the demand for homes, and as demand grew, so did prices. Mortgage rates have increased significantly, making monthly payments unaffordable for many. Even if you're renting, prices are through the roof. Landlords are raising rents in response to higher property taxes and maintenance costs. What people are doing. Many are opting for smaller living spaces or moving in with family members. More people are even choosing to live in RVs or vans, embracing a minimalist lifestyle to escape the high cost of housing. 2. Grocery bills. It's no secret that food prices have increased drastically. Groceries, especially essentials like meat, dairy, and produce, have become a burden on the average household. Why it's becoming too expensive? Supply chain disruptions have led to shortages and higher prices. Rising fuel costs impact the transportation of goods, driving up prices across the board. Inflation has caused an increase in production costs for food manufacturers. What people are doing. Many are turning to cheaper plant-based options to save money. Others are buying in bulk or opting for store-brand items instead of more expensive name brands. Some have started growing their own fruits and vegetables to offset grocery bills. 3. Gasoline. The price of gas has been on an upward trajectory for the past few years, and it's one of the most painful expenses for daily commuters. Why it's becoming too expensive? Global oil prices fluctuate, and geopolitical events can drive prices even higher. Increased demand for gasoline, combined with refinery bottlenecks and natural disasters, contribute to the high prices at the pump. Many countries are transitioning to cleaner energy, which can temporarily increase fuel costs. What people are doing? Many are turning to electric vehicles, EVs, seeking to reduce their dependence on gasoline. Some people are carpooling, using public transportation, or even walking or biking to work. With higher fuel prices, some have resorted to working from home more often to avoid the daily commute altogether. 4. Dining out. Dining out at restaurants has always been a luxury for many, but it's becoming less and less affordable as food costs and restaurant overheads continue to rise. Why it's becoming too expensive? Inflation and rising wages for restaurant workers have driven up menu prices. The cost of ingredients and supply chain issues are putting pressure on restaurant owners to raise prices. Many restaurants have had to cut down on portions or reduce menu options to manage costs. What people are doing? More people are opting for home-cooked meals or meal delivery services as a more affordable option. Some are seeking out happy hour deals or less expensive food chains to still enjoy eating out without breaking the bank. Others are dining out less frequently, reserving restaurant outings for special occasions rather than weekly habits. 5. Clothing. Fashion is another industry that's been hit hard by rising costs. And with fast fashion still dominating the market, the price of clothing is becoming more and more of a concern. Why it's becoming too expensive? The rising cost of materials, transportation, and labor are making clothes more expensive. Ethical production and environmental regulations have also contributed to price increases for more sustainable brands. The pandemic led to supply chain issues that continue to affect stock levels and pricing. What people are doing. Many are shopping at thrift stores or online marketplaces like Poshmark and Depop. People are reusing and repurposing their old clothes, making their wardrobes last longer rather than buying new. Some are simply buying fewer clothes and focusing on quality over quantity. 6. Healthcare. Healthcare has always been expensive, but the costs of insurance premiums, doctor visits, and prescription medications have risen drastically in recent years. Why it's becoming too expensive. Medical inflation has outpaced general inflation, making it harder for people to afford basic healthcare needs. Prescription drug prices are rising due to patents expiring and limited competition in certain sectors. Health insurance premiums have gone up as a result of rising healthcare costs and a decrease in employer-provided coverage. What people are doing. Some are avoiding necessary treatments or prescriptions to save money. Many are opting for telemedicine or out-of-network options to reduce costs. People are turning to preventative care methods and wellness routines to avoid higher medical bills in the future. 7. Subscription services. The convenience of subscription services for entertainment, food, and even personal care products is undeniable. However, as subscription costs rise, more and more people are dropping these services to save money. Why it's becoming too expensive. Prices for streaming services like Netflix, Hulu, and Disney Plus have been increasing steadily. Other subscription services, such as food delivery, fitness apps, and beauty boxes, also see price hikes. The ongoing rise in inflation has made these discretionary spending habits harder to afford. What people are doing. People are cutting back on subscriptions or rotating them, keeping one service for a month, then switching to another the next month. Some are canceling less used services altogether and relying on free alternatives. Sharing subscriptions with family members has become a common workaround to lower the overall cost. 8. Technology gadgets. Tech gadgets, once considered an essential part of life, have become increasingly expensive as new models hit the market. Why it's becoming too expensive. The high cost of research, development, and manufacturing new devices contributes to the high prices. Shortages in microchips and other essential components have driven up the price of tech gadgets. The continuous innovation cycle means that newer models become obsolete quickly, encouraging frequent replacements. What people are doing, many are holding on to their older devices for longer, avoiding the temptation to upgrade. People are turning to second-hand or refurbished gadgets as a more affordable alternative. Some are opting for budget-friendly brands or lesser-known alternatives that still offer good performance. 9. Travel. Traveling, once seen as a reward or vacation necessity, has become a luxury for many people due to increasing costs in transportation and accommodation. Why it's becoming too expensive. Airline ticket prices have risen due to increased fuel costs and operational inefficiencies. Hotel and vacation rentals have also raised prices as demand for travel surges post-pandemic. Additional fees and surcharges on travel bookings have made the total cost of a trip soar. What people are doing. More people are opting for staycations, exploring local destinations instead of flying long distances. Some are planning travel during off-peak times to take advantage of lower rates. Others are looking for budget-friendly travel hacks or booking their trips far in advance to secure lower prices. 10. Education. Education costs have exploded in recent years, and many students and families are feeling the weight of tuition fees, student loans, and associated expenses. Why it's becoming too expensive. Tuition fees at both public and private universities have increased faster than inflation. Living expenses, including housing and food on campuses, continue to rise. Student loan interest rates have made repayment terms even more daunting for graduates. What people are doing. Some are opting for community colleges or online courses as more affordable education options. Others are delaying or reconsidering their educational plans, choosing to enter the workforce instead of incurring debt. People are looking into scholarships, grants, and employer-sponsored programs to reduce their financial burden. 11. Luxury goods. Luxury items, whether it's a designer handbag, high-end watch, or luxury car, have become a symbol of wealth and status. But now, these high-ticket items are seeing fewer buyers. Why? It's becoming too expensive. Inflation and economic uncertainty have made expensive goods less appealing to the average person. Many luxury brands have increased prices due to rising production costs and exclusivity. With the shift towards sustainable and ethical consumption, some are less willing to splurge on high-end goods. What people are doing? People are either opting for less expensive, high-quality alternatives or simply foregoing luxury purchases altogether. The focus has shifted towards investing in experiences and personal growth rather than owning physical luxury items. Many are turning to second-hand luxury markets, buying pre-owned items at a fraction of the cost. As you can see, many things that used to be a normal part of our lives have now become unaffordable. From housing to groceries and even entertainment, we're all feeling the squeeze of rising costs. But while it may seem like these trends are irreversible, there are ways to adapt. By being more mindful about our spending habits and looking for alternatives, we can make the most of what we have. We hope this video has helped shed some light on the reality of these price hikes. If you found this video valuable, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you can stay updated with more insightful content. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.